Coach, is it just a meeting or is it actual practice?
Meeting.
All right.
We got eight guys. We got 7 guys here. Let's see if we can get a few more. Then we're gonna start. We got one more just joined. We got one more just joined. All right, boys, we got 12 guys here, so we're probably gonna start in 2 minutes. Guys, if you want to if you don't want to mute your microphone, you can keep it open because we need to ask questions and stuff like that. And so if you can keep it mute, if you want to talk, then you can kind of unmute it. It's up to you. Can everyone see the screen here? Can you see the screen I'm sharing?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, good,
Yes.
good. So what we're gonna do here today, guys, we're doing something called game model. What game model means? It's just showing you player, your responsibility, how you're supposed to play in the game when you're on the field. What are some of the stuff you're supposed to do when it comes to positioning, when it comes to the team, the formation the team is playing. It's come to the way the team wants to play, the way the coach wants you to play, and some of the communication between player and coaches. That's some of the word we're gonna be using, just stuff like that. So the benefit for you is learning learning it and seeing, okay, if I'm a striker or I'm a defender, when I'm in the game, these are my positional responsibility and this is how I'm supposed to play the game. So that's the most important thing for you when you listen to this today. So, and then we'll show you the kind of formation you're going to be playing in and all that kind of stuff, right? Because for you guys, you're going to U13 now. I want to, this winter, you're going to be U13. So it's very important for you. What we're going to do right now is U9, U9V. I'm not going to do the 9v9 right now. I will go straight to the 11v11 because that's where you're going to be going in the winter. You're not going to be playing 9v9 anymore. So we will focus on the 11v11, especially for you guys. It's going to be strange because you just came from 9v9 and then now you're going to go into 11v11. So it's good for you to learn about the 11v11 size of pitch and what your roles and responsibilities are before you actually get into it. So this is what we're going to do today. So once we're done here, this session here is recorded. So we'll put it on YouTube and send you the link. And then you can look at it yourself and, just try to read through them. But to start here, we got game model, like I already told you, and then the club DNA. Club DNA is who we are, how we are as a club. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by club DNA. So we're gonna start with the first one here called, playing style maintenance. So playing style means the way we want to play, the way we want to play for that day, our style. So the style for this one is called maintenance. I know maintenance mean in your school when you see the maintenance guys, the guys that maintain the school building, clean the school, you say janitor and stuff like that. But other people say maintenance. The guy that when the building has a leak on the roof, the guys that fix that. When the toilet is leaking, the guys that fix it and all that kind of stuff, right? We call them maintenance. So in football here, maintenance means you're playing the ball in your own half. So you see the shaded area, that gray area that is shaded, that's the half. So that's where you belong. So the opposition is in this half, and you say, you know what? I'm gonna keep possession in my own half to keep possession in my own half. And then if the player from the opposing player come towards me, I can play the ball behind them, and then one of my guys can just go have an open field to score, right? So that's what maintenance means, keeping possession in your own half. But in order to keep possession, you need to have good passes, you need to have movement, you need to have communication, you need to have good quality of passes, accuracy of your passes, vision, keep your eyes on the ball. So stuff like that, you need to be aware of that, aware of your surrounding and where your teammates are, what the opposition are, and stuff like that when you keep in possession. But you want to keep possession in your own half. And the reason we're doing this, we're trying to test the opposition, see what they have. But if we can keep ball in our own half, according to the rules of the system, is you're keeping the ball for 2 seconds. 2 seconds before for you to pass the ball. So if I had the ball and the goalkeeper passed me the ball, I don't want to be dribbling with the ball because I only have 2 seconds to pass the ball to my teammates. So the ball has to stay with you for 2 seconds. You pass it to your teammate, and that's how you keep moving. So once you do that, opposition players start coming towards you. Then you see the arrow here. You can either attack them from the wings, or if you have a chance to attack them through ball, you can do that. But ideally in this kind of position, I like you to attack them from the wings. So as you pass few passes here, ball go wide, player come rush into you, you attack them from the wings. All right. So that's what we call maintenance. When you go to the one I call this one called fast tempo. All you guys, we always say fast tempo, fast tempo. So in fast tempo, you play the ball in the opposition half. So the pitch is divided into 2 pitches. So now this is your half, this is the opposition half. So now you want to keep the ball in the opposition half. So when you win the ball, you want to come here and play here, pass the ball here, pass the ball and attack them. So you're not keeping possession. when you're doing fast tempo. Fast tempo means if you're gonna pass the ball, you pass it quick. If you're gonna dribble, you dribble quick. If you're gonna shoot, you shoot quick. If you're gonna run with the ball, you run with the ball quick. That's what fast tempo means. And then when you lost the ball, you want to press them quick. So, but you stay within this area. So your defenders, like for you now, when you start playing, you're gonna be playing with 3 defenders. So you're gonna be playing with you're gonna be playing a 3-5-2 system. So that 3-5-2, you got 3 defenders on the center line here, and then the rest of your player, you got 7 players in this half trying to win that ball back. So you send 7 players behind the ball. But if I have the ball with me, I don't want 7 players coming towards me. I want 1 player to come to me, and then the 6 other players spread out to see what I'm going to do with the ball, right? So that's how you press them here. And the advantage for you is once you win the ball here, it's easy for you to go straight to goal, right? It's easy for you to go straight to goal. Oh, I think I'm making a mistake, guys. We got U11 guys in this group. So we got to go to 9v9. We got some U11 boys. Yeah, but it's still the same thing, but it's still the same style. So that's what it is. So you divide the field, and then you come in there and fast tempo. So for the guys that always delay the ball and they want to take their own time to dribble, to pass, in fast tempo, you can't do that. You always have to be quick. Anything you do, you got to do it quick. That's what fast tempos mean. But you play in the opposition half. You don't want to be in your own half. You want to be in their own half. All right? So when you look at the definition here, like I already told you, fast tempo. See, fast tempo here is a fast tempo. It's possession in the opposition half where the players release the ball to the teammate in less than 2 seconds. The player dribble at high tempo. You dribble at high speed. The sequence of consecutive individual fast possession. So individual, you have to make quick decision on the ball. Individual fast possession must occur in opposition half. So if you want to dribble or you want to run with the ball, you got to do it in the opposition half, not in your own half, right? In opposition half. When the player releases the ball to the teammate in less than 2 seconds, or when the player dribble at a high tempo, right? So that's how it's going to be like. And then when you come to about maintenance means you capture possession in which a team looks to maintain, you look to maintain and secure the ball in your own half, in your defensive area. All right. So you look to keep the ball in your own defensive area. That's what it is. So when you go to the next one here, this one, next one here, you call build up play. You see the picture divided into 3 now. You got this side here, that's your area, and you got from the center line to the 18-yard box line. That's the area where you can keep possession again, right? You build the ball in this area, so you build up play. When it comes to build up play, it means for you to keep the ball, keeping the ball until you wait for opportunity to come. So you want to keep the ball so these guys are over here, they can come to you. But once they come to you, you can play behind them. You can attack them from the back. You can have one of your players go behind, or you can just take a ball and go forward. But you want to keep possession in this area. See that? So it's 3/4 of the pitch. So if I were to tell you guys, today again, we're going to do build up play. We're going to be playing build up play. So build up play means you just keeping possession here in the final third. So from the touchline to the 18-yard box line, right here, that's where you're keeping your possession. So you're keeping possession here so the player can come to you so you can look to come in this area. This is your focus. But in order to get them out of this play, you need to keep the ball here so they can come to you, then you play behind them. All right. Another one here called sustained threat. This is the one Liverpool play. So if you see Liverpool, this is the one they play. They're always in the opposition half. This is where Liverpool stays. They got 3 defenders sit on the center line, and then the rest of them over here in this place. So that's why when the opposing team lost the ball, they win the ball and they look to score. They become very dangerous. That's what we call the sustained threat. So sustained threat means you pressure you stay within the opposition half, and you pressure them and you keep possession in their own half. So when you win the ball back, you keep it here. When you lost the ball, you get the ball back here. You don't retrieve. You only got 3 of your player here, plus the goalkeeper 4. But the dangerous part about this one is, once we lost the ball and they play long ball behind us, then we need our 3 defenders to be very fast. To be fast to be able to cut that ball off until we can get help. That's the only disadvantage in this. But the advantage is we play the ball in the half. We create a lot of goal scoring opportunity. We lost the ball. We getting back into the half, and then we look to win the ball back from the quicker to score, right? So that's that for sustained threat. So then when you come here, it defines it for you. It's a sustained threat playing style is it's the same as maintenance and build up play. However, the focus lie on possession in the attacking third. So you keep in possession in the attacking third of the pitch. The time spent in possession must be more than 6 seconds. So the time we're going to spend in possession before we hit target, before we hit a goal, take a shot on goal or score goal should be 6 seconds. We got 6 seconds to keep the ball before we score goals, right? And then a possession in which a team is in the attacking third of the pitch. So we have to be there all the time. And then we have to be like, increase the tempo 100% of the time. We got to put it on a real pressure in there, right? So again, build up play, like I told you here, you're keeping the ball to create goal scoring opportunity in the opposition half, 3/4 of the half, right? That's where you keep in possession of the ball. So that's that. When you look at the style of play here, we got 8 of them. We got the one to maintenance. We show you with the build of play. We told you about that sustained threat, fast tempo. Direct play mean we got Justin or Jack playing forward. And then we say, okay, every ball we have, we want to give it directly to Jack and Justin. So nobody dribbling. As soon as we have it, we find them, boom, we play them directly. Goalkeeper catch a ball, goalkeeper find them directly and play. So direct play. So we're going direct on the ball. No dribbling. Every ball we have, we want to play directly to our teammate. Boom, boom. No playing through ball. You play the ball directly to their feet. So if I were in space, going to space here, I want to receive the ball directly to my feet, and then I want to take it myself, right? So that's direct play. Counter attack. So with the goalkeeper catching the ball from a corner key and then running in the middle of the field and then releasing the ball to you guys. Or the goalkeeper catch a ball in the breakaway and then goalkeeper launch a ball behind the opposition so that we can attack them while they have less player, right? Crossing, again, same thing. Crossing, when we're playing the game, we want to be crossing. So I'm playing left, you playing right, and the guy in the middle has the ball. I want to come like that and go like that. So when we go like that, it confuses the player that's going to come towards the ball. So they give my player on the ball a chance to go somewhere else, right? So we come like this, and then these guys can make a decision where to go with the ball, right? So we just confuse the opposition. So we're crossing in front of them like that to confuse them why the guy in possession of the ball looking for somewhere to go. So the guy in possession need us to clear the way for him to go. So in order for that guy to go, we must make room. So in order to make room, we have to move across. High press, again, when the high press, when the opposition have the ball, we don't want to go press and stop. You want to come press me very tight and close to get the ball back for me. But we press them very high up the pitch. So we all pressing. So you see my right defender, my left defender, they're going to be high, very high up the pitch. High up the pitch, helping. They'll be playing, I have to say they're playing right mid or left mid, right? So we're pressing high. So that's that. So the game model here, the game model is very, very simple. When we mean game model, just a simple understanding of the game. 2 things that happen in the game, 2 major pieces of the game is you either have the ball or you don't have the ball. You're either attacking or you defending. So then once you understand the basic of the game model, I mean, in an instance, we're gonna be in possession of the ball, but we also gonna not be in possession of the ball. But when we're in possession of the ball, what do we do? So now the player, when you're in possession of the ball, you're looking to attack. So you're moving, creating space and using such area for advantage, right? So when you don't have the ball, you're defending, you're man marking, you're preventing goals, you're closing down the space, you're denying the opposition progression, and you're denying the opponent if you don't have the ball. So if we don't have the ball, I don't just stand there and start picking flowers. No. If I don't have the ball, I want to start picking up somebody, start marking men. If I don't have the ball, I want to start, looking for space and closing down the space. If I don't have the ball, I want to start defending to prevent goals, to deny my opposition from scoring goals, right? These are the most important thing about the game. So once you understand the 2 basic principles, you understand how to play football, because that's a game model, all right? You on a simple understanding of the game. We're either going to have it or we're not going to have it. And if we have it, what do? We keep it. We're looking to score goals. We be creative. We attack. When we don't have it, we're looking to win it back quicker we're closing down space, we're defending one-on-one, we're denying the opposition any kind of space to score goals, right? So now you come over here. So these are, in the game model, these are your area you're going to be playing. So you recognize the pitch is divided into 4 different pieces. So you come in, this is the first phase, this is a defensive phase, this is where the ball is going to start from a goalkeeper to the defending player right here. Then the ball moves into the defensive midfield area. In the defensive midfield area, this area is not a dribbling zone. So here is defense area is a passing zone. Here is a passing zone. But the kind of pass that we're looking for here is not direct. So the direct passing, like I told you in a style of play, the direct passing comes from the goalkeeper to the defender. Defender pass a direct pass to the midfielder. When the ball comes to the second phase here, we need true passes because player going to be coming towards you. So now we want you to give the offensive midfielder penetrating passes through balls. Don't give the ball to their feet. Give the ball into the space they're going to provide you. So if I'm showing my hand and say, play the ball there, play the ball in that space because that's where I want to go, right? If I'm turning and say, play the ball on my back foot, I want you to play the ball on my back foot in that space because that's where I want to go. So your job here is to play penetrating passes. The person not going to play in this area. Then the guys that play in this area, their job is to keep possession. When you go back to that first one we call build up play, then this is where you do your build up play right here. So you keep in possession in the play. When you're in this play, you be very patient, you be very focused, so you don't want to lose the ball, you relax, nobody panicking, because we don't want to lose the ball, because when we lose the ball, they're going to come and attack again. So we don't want that. So we want to be patient, relax, and move the ball. If you cannot go forward, you play back to your defensive midfield. Because once the ball gets into the defensive midfield spot, one of the defenders going to jump in here. So now you got one of the defenders in here to help keep this ball. Once the ball gets into the offensive midfield area, the defensive midfield will jump in here, and he will be replaced by the defensive midfield. So now you got guys that keeping possession of the ball, looking for these guys up here to be open. So once these guys get open, you pass the ball. So the guys that love to dribble, that love to take too long on the ball, this is where you do it, in the opposition half, right here in that place. The reason why you're dribbling here is to create space and create separation, to create chances so you can score goals. That's why you dribble in here. But these 3 areas, it's not dribbling area. So do we understand that, guys? Do we have any question? If you want to ask question, you unmute, you turn your phone on and then you ask question. Because we're here to learn, so we will entertain question. Anyone have any question on this? So far what we went through. So if you don't have question, we're going to move to the next one. So game model is just, the reason why we brought up a game model, it just want to show a structure, how we want to play the game. Because we don't want to go on the field and then we say, oh, guys, we're going to play 4-2-2 today, or we're going to play 3 in the back, 2 in the midfield, and 3 up front today. And then nobody knows what to do. So now we want to have a game model. It's our identity, how we want to play the game, how we're looking to play on the field when we're on the field. And we expect all our teams to play that way. You see, we want to encourage you to display an offensive style of play. So we want you to be offensive, not just stay in the back all day. We want you to be free, to play with freedom. But the goal should be attacking the opposition, playing the opposition half, not sitting in our own defensive half and just waiting for the ball to come and you just kick it out. No, we want you to play. So playing the game, you get a ball to your feet, you're moving, you're passing, you're running through, you get a ball, you're dribbling 1 or 2 guys, that's playing. So we want to encourage you to do that while you keep in possession at the same time. Right? So this is the organization structure of the game model, where we look for all our teams to play. Now you see this position, the position in numbers. So the position in number, here we just call it different. We say left back, right back, but the position is divided into numbers. So when we start to think about the general playing characteristics associated with each number, we start to see how all of this makes sense from a coaching and tactical perspective, and from a scouting and recruiting perspective, and from a player education perspective. Coaches with their new education are now evaluating tactical adjustment necessary for the system of play based on the quality of the players. While recruiting for college or the national team, coaches and scouts are set out to identify and organize a maze of players more easily. So for example, if I come to watch your team play, your team play, I'm looking for a striker. I'm looking for the goalkeeper, I'm looking for a center back. So when I come in, I'm looking for the number 5 and the number 6 and the number 1, the goalkeeper. That's what I'm looking for. So, but because I got those 3 positions, that's what I want. Now I'm asking, say, okay, does the guy that I'm looking for, does he fit my profile, my characteristics? So the quality that I'm looking for, does he have that quality? So now these are the quality of a goalkeeper. As a goalkeeper, you should be technically good. You should have a solid technical passing ability. You should be able to pass the ball very good. Not even I'm trying. You should be very good at passing the ball with your feet. With your feet, with your hand. You should have a strong distribution decision. You should be good at passing the ball to the back. Good at making the decision to pass the ball to your teammate. And then you should be a gifted athlete. So I want to see athleticism. I don't want to see a goalkeeper fighting to catch a ball and stuff like that, but that's what I'm looking for if I'm looking to recruit a goalkeeper for my college or for the national team, right? Then you look at your number 2 and your number 3, which is your left back and your right back. So your 2 and 3, you wanted to have the ability to play long passes. They should be strong defensively, defending 1v1. They should have speed. They should be able to run back and forth, cover grounds, right? They should be able to, technically they should be good with their feet as well. They should have good passing ability, long passing, short passing ability, right? So that's what you're looking for your 2 and 3 to have. And then you look at your 4 and 5, your center backs. You want your center back to be, you want him to be a leader, first of all. You want him to be a leader. You want him to be a guy that can organize a team. Say, hey, you move there, you move there, you move there, you move there. You want him to be an organizer. You want him to be vocal. They should have control. They should be able to command. You want them big. You want them strong. You want them tall, right? You want them to have agility, to be quick, moving sideways, right? They should be able to run back and forth, especially making sideways run to cover the left back or to cover the right back. They should be able to move sideways. They should be able to move backward too as well, right? And then they should be able to make good tackles. They should be strong at making tackles in the air, on the ground. So that's what I'm looking for if I'm looking for center backs, right? 4 and 5. Number 6, if I'm looking for a number 6, that's my defensive midfield. My number 6, I want a guy with very high work rate, a guy who can work hard. He got good ball control. He got good vision. He got good technical passing ability, right? And then he can be strong in the air, on the ground. He can tackle. He can slide anyone off the ball anytime. I want him to be very agile, like have good mobility, run around, be crazy, like crazy guy moving all over the place. That's what I'm looking for my number 6. And then my number 8, I'm looking for guys that have a very high work rate, but have lots of speed and have endurance, have a lot of stamina, have endurance. He can be a good leader on the field, have a good organization, be very creative playmaker. He get good with the ball. He can do any kind of fancy move and stuff like that. Be a good playmaker. He'll be good in the air, good on the ground. Long range of passes. He can finish the ball on goal. If he gave him the ball in front of goal, he can finish, right? He can provide assist with the defense. He can help the defense too as well. So these are the kind of player I'm looking for when I'm looking for a number 8. And then when I'm looking for 7 and 11, I'm looking for the guys that are very fit, because 7 and 11, you're running down the wings. 7 and 11. This is where Jack play all the time. Say, I played number 11. Jack played number 11, but he goes, sometimes he comes back, sometimes he stays. So when you play 11, you got to go back and forth. The profile is very fit, high work rate, ability to make long runs, recover strong 1v1, attacking ability, right? Servicing the ball down the wings, long range of passing, long range of shooting the ball. You should have that when you play 7 and 11. Then you move on to your 10 and 9. So you come to your number 10, which is your Messi. Messi is your number 10. You want him to have good finishing ability, right? Good finishing ability. You want him to be able to be good at finishing on goal. When you have the chance, you should put it away. You should create a lot of 1v1 opportunity, a lot of goal scoring opportunity. You should make the play very hard for the opposition defender. He should be able to play under pressure. Always got to be able to play under pressure. You got to be able to put a defensive team under pressure as well, right? But you want this guy to be a goal scorer too as well. And then when you look at your number 9 should be able to, when his back is turned to go, you should still be able to play when his back is turned to go. That's the first thing I'm looking for. Because when Jack, the back is turned to the opposition goal, can Jack still turn and go towards the goal? That's the first thing. And then the person should be creative, that you have good technical finishing ability to be able to finish the ball on goal. They should be strong. They should be tough, aggressive when they play number 9. right? So that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking for number 9. So for you now, the challenge for you now, as you see the profile of a player, where you look where you need to be, you need to think, what profile do I fit? Because this is what's going to determine what position you place. Do I fit those profiles? Do the other profile too hard for me? Can I do this one? Right? So then that's when you start thinking which position you want to supply. Because everybody have certain unique quality that they have, right? That is different from someone else. So now when you look at these profiles, you can determine which position you can play and which position you're going to be successful at. So now we get to the formation. When you play in a 9v9, for between now until when you go by indoor, you're going to be playing a 3-2-3. You can have 1 goalkeeper, 3 defender, 2 center midfield, 3 attacker. The reason why we play this formation, because we want to defend from the front. So we want our front 3, our 7, 11, our 9 to be the defenders. They will start defending from the opposition half. And then we have our 6 and 8, which is our two central midfielder and 2 central midfield. And then we have our 3 attacking, our 3 defender here, our back 3. So we play with 3 defenders, right? So that's why we play that kind of position. We want to start pressing from the front. But at the same time, we want to be very, very offensive, right? Once we play in this position, the 3-3-2, we want to be defensive. Because the team we play against, they're very good. They're better than us. They got good quality. They got good players. We want to make the field smaller for them. So in order to make the field small, we want to play with 3 defender, 3 central midfield, with 2 striker, right? In this position when you play 9v9. So these are the movement now. So as you move here, in your 9v9, as you move here, this is your 9v9 position. So that means you're playing with 3 defender, 2 center midfield with 3 attacker. So you see your 2, 3, and 4, they play in the back. Your 6 and 8 play in the middle, and then your 11, 7, and 9, they play the forward position. But what do you see here, guys? You see 3 center backs. When you're having 3 defender here, you got 3 center back. In here, who are the 2 and 3 now? Which one the guy playing 2 and 3 here? I need someone to answer the question. Which one of these guys playing left back and right back? These numbers. Give me the number that playing left and right back. No, you gotta talk. Everybody need to hear you. So you gotta unmute your phone. Who's playing left back and right back? Unmute your phone, sir, and talk. Your phone is unmute. Just talk. Jog, you want to say something, no? I can't hear you. Now the 2 and 3. The 2 and 3, they're playing center backs. So when you see what the 2 and 3 position, look at the goal, look at the goalpost. Goalpost here, look what the number 3 is. 18-yard box line right here. Look at the number 2, 18-yard box line right here. So who else can help? Who else can tell me who's playing left back and right back? You can unmute your phone and talk. Huh?
6 and 8.
The 6 and 8, they could be, but they're working in the middle of the field. 6 and 8 working in the middle of the field. You see that? They're working in the middle of the field here. So ideally, they're not playing left and right back. Anybody else can try left and right back?
7 and 11.
7 and 11 playing and left and right back. Because you see 7 and 11, they see the whole wings. It's free for them. What happened? Everybody else squeezed in. So who scored wide is 11 and 7 wide. So they're going to be going like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, right? So that's what's going to happen. Because remember, these 2 guys are playing here. These 2 guys going to push her high if they need to, right? But we always want to keep 2 defenders in the back. So one of these back 3 going to push up, right? So these guys can be coming back and forth. So in modern football, that's how we're going to have it. So once you play in that position, it's a lot of read up. I'm not going to read everything. I just read the important part for you. When you play in this system, your roles and responsibility, if you play in the 3-2 system, the system includes 3 defenders, 2 central midfield players, and 3 strikers. The 3 defenders include 2 fullbacks, 2 fullback right and left back, and a central defender. The midfield duo, which is a 6 and 8, they're in the central midfield area. Usually, different type of players such as 6 and 8. And then the front 3 include the right wing, the left wing, and then the center forward. On top, the formation is mostly commonly played without neutral number 10. So we don't have no natural number 10 when we play in this position, right? Natural number 10 is the attacking midfield. We don't have them when we play in this formation, right? So if you go in there, you see central midfield, his role in central midfield, you make it very easy to use the formation as stepping strong and building block. So you become, when you're in the central midfield, these guys are in the central midfield, they become the building block of the team. So we don't want the opposition team just coming through the middle of the field. So they become the bridge in the middle between our defender and our goalkeeper. They become the bridge in the middle there. So they'll be very, very strong. That's the responsibility. They gotta help out defensively, while at the same time we need them to give the passing stuff. They play a very important role. Their job is very important, right? Because they have to be able to give out this ball to have an attacking option. They have to be able to help us defend the ball and all that kind of stuff, right? And then when you look at the central midfielder, as we mentioned before, the job is a very crucial positions. These guys they are the engine of the team. They are the block between the defense and the defense and the midfield. They are these guys are the eyes of the field. They're distributing the ball here and there. They're creating goal scoring. They're creating chances to pass the ball into areas. They're helping our defense. They're helping keeping possession of the ball. So the job is very, very crucial. So if you're looking, so like I was saying, 11v11. So if 11v11 for the guys that are gonna go 11v11 soon, when you go 11v11, this is one of your formation. You're not gonna start with this, because what happened is the team that you're gonna be playing against, they don't have anybody that's fast and strong to run all day. So we're gonna play with 3 in the back. But this is your second formation. You're gonna play with four defender, three midfield, 3 attacker. You might not play this till you get to like 14, 15. This is where you're gonna keep playing for 13 and 14. You're gonna keep playing this, and then second half of 14 going to 15, you start playing this, right? But this is very lazy, because we're always gonna have one guy in here doing nothing. But it depends. Once you hit 14, 15, guys are getting bigger and stronger. So then you need to be able to contain them. So these are the formation. See, but you got back 4, you got middle 3, you got front 3. So you see that, and then in here again. And then as you hit these ages, coach not gonna be telling you go left back, go right back. They're gonna tell you go number 2, go number 3. You play number 4, you play number 5, you play 6, you play 7. So you need to look at these numbers, right? You need to look at these numbers, because if I tell you number 5, that means you're my left center back. If I tell you number 4, you're my right center back. If I tell you number 2, you're my right defender. If I tell you number 3, you're my left defender. If I tell you number 6, you're my defensive midfield. You're sitting right in front of this, the 4 and 5. You're sitting right in front of them. If I say you're my number 8, that means you're going towards the left side of the number 6. If you're my number 10, you go on the right side in front of the number 8, right? Of course, the 7 and 11, it's gonna wing, the forward wings, right? And then number 9 play in the middle. So you see that. Over here, this is the formation you're gonna play starting this winter. And going into U14, you're gonna play this position for 2 years before you move on to this one. This one, you're gonna throw them in once in a while if you're playing a very tough team. But because of your age, not a lot of the guys gonna be able to cover the big field for now. So we're gonna be playing with back 3. When you see these 3, got to become 3 center backs. So who here become our left back, left and right back? These are the guys. You see the right mid and left mid, they become the left back. Because we left that play open so they can run back and forth. We got 3 center midfield, and then we got 2 wing midfield. So you see these guys, they're gonna be going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then the 3 guys, they play central area. These 3 guys, central area, and the 2 guys score goals. So when you play in that formation, 3-5-2 formation, all right? In the 3-5-2 formation, these are the requirements. We need to have communication between the center backs. We need relationship. We need to build relationship. We need to communicate. We need to have, we need to like each other when we play in our system, because while we need to talk, we need to cover each other up. We need to help each other out, right? If I made a mistake, you gotta help me. You gotta be physically fit. You gotta be disciplined to your position. You can't just leave your position and run all over the place, right? You gotta make good decision when we play in the system, because when one person doesn't do the job, everybody else get affected, right? So you see, these are our strengths. When we play in this position, these are the strengths that we have. we control the ball properly, right? We stop the opposition from building up from the back. So when we're playing with two in the front, our two players can always stop pressure on the defendant when they start to play from the back, right? We got lots of attacking options, right? We can attack from the wing, which is we can use these guys to attack from the wing. We can attack from here. Our number 10 can still attack from the middle. These guys can go wide, and he can go to the middle. So this system gave a lot of flexibility to play any kind of attacking option, right? So then it gave her the option to play a triangle passing, to play in an angle and to play the triangle formation. So when we have the ball, we're in a triangle. So with the ball, keep moving a triangle. It gave her the option too. It gave her the option to defend, to have a solid defense, because we got 3 in the back. These 2 green guys can always drop back to help. So we have 5 in the back. So it gave her the option to just play very solid in the back. It also gave her option to have a simple game plan. It gave her the option that the coach can always change it. So right now we're playing with 3-5-2. I can always change it. Say, you know what? We're gonna play with 5-3-3. We're gonna play with 3-3 We can change it like that, or we can change it to 4-4-2. Their formation gave us flexibility to always change it. Because remember, one of these guys in the green, they become a defender. They're a center back, but we'll move them there. So we can always drop them back, right? So it gave us that flexibility to do that. It gave our option for our wing defender, our wing backs. So our 2 and 3 are given an option to open the field wide, so that the 3 guys with the green in the middle can have the space in the middle to move the ball, right? It gives them the option to do that, right? It gave us the option to score more goals with 2 striker up front. So with the 2 striker up front, it gave us the option to score more goals. So these are our strengths when we play this position, when we play this formation. Our weakness, when we play this formation, stuff that's going to give a hard time would be if we don't have the right player. So for example, if I put Jack number 3 and Jack and I run and Jack and I clear the ball, Jack and I pass the ball quicker, then what happens? We'll have a problem. So you got to pick the right players. If I don't pick the right player, the system breakdowns, right? We got to rely on our defender. Our defender got to be fast. They got to be strong. Our wing defenders, we got to rely on them. We got to trust them. Trust our defender that, okay, when we get beat, they're going to recover that ball for us, right? So these are some of the weaknesses. The opposition can attack the space behind us. So if we play high, the opposition can attack the space behind us. So we need to be mindful of that, right? The team, we must communicate. In order for us to be successful, we must communicate. So if we cannot talk on the field, we might not be successful. That would be some of the weak part of the game. Our center back cannot just stand there and ball watch. You cannot be ball watching opposition from 2. You always got to be moving, got to be on them, because once you just stand there and watch them, then we're losing a player. Then that's a weak spot of this. So the next one would be we got to be constantly moving. If we stand, we're gonna create a hole in the system. It's gonna be one of the weaknesses. So we got to constantly be moving, closing the space. In this formation here, you get a lot of spaces, so you're going to be marking the space. You're not marking man for man, you're marking the space, right? So we got to always have to back our mind that if we walk, the opposition team will overrun us. If we're not paying attention, they can overrun us anytime. So we always have to bear in mind, we got to keep our eyes open. We got to be sharp on the ball, right? So formation, this is how we set up the formation. We got goalkeeper, center back, wing back, central midfield striker. I'll show you that over there. And then as a goalkeeper, like I told you before, these are all your responsibility. Be able to kick the ball. You could become the last defender. When the ball beat the defender, come out and clear it. As a defender, these are your job in the job here. Defender, your primary responsibility is to protect the goalkeeper. You got to protect the ball from going to the goalkeeper, not just kicking the ball away. You got to sacrifice your body. If the ball, you got to slide tackle. You got to throw your body in front of the opposing player. Your job is to protect the goalkeeper and stop the ball from going towards the goal defender. Stop goals. So the minute we don't have no goals, then you become successful as a defender, right? So these are your roles and responsibility. As a wing backs, your job is you should be very strong. You have good attacking ability. You should be able to attack. You should have good defensive stability. You can just be falling, right? So we want you to be help us to attack from the wings. We want you to be able to do 1v1 attacking, 1v1 defending. We want you to be able to do some crossing the ball for us, right? crossing the ball down the wings, switching the play from this side to the other side. We want you to be very focused on that when you're playing left and right back, because these are your responsibilities. When you play in central midfield, we want you to be very, very superb. We want you to be good with the ball. You got to be good with the ball to your feet. You got to be comfortable on the ball. You got to get good dribbling skill, good passing, range of passing, good width of passes, good vision on the ball. You got to be able to communicate. You got to be a guy who can move around. You got to be very flexible. You got to be able to turn, twist and turn. You got to do all that stuff when you play in central midfield. You got to be able to play with freedom, right? So these are your responsibilities with central midfield. When you play in striker, your primary job is to score goals. If you play 10 games and score 1 goal, we're going to say this guy is not a striker. We'll tell you right away you're not a striker, because your primary job is to score goals. We don't care how you do it. Your job is to score goal if you play in center strike, if you play in a striker position. So that's your responsibility, to score goals, right? So then the next one would be in this formation here, when we are attacking, this is how it looks like, right? We are attacking, so we want to look like this, right? So once we're attacking, we want to look like this. So we're attacking, we're attacking here. We're in the blue here. You see that we're in the blue. So once we're in the formation, we got our 5 guy here. We got our center back, as our defensive midfield here. In this position, you see that? You see how it's very crowded. When we're attacking, we are going forward. We're not going to keep 3 guys in the back. We send the rest of the guy forward. Right? That's when we're attacking. And then when we're defending, this is how we look when we're defending in this formation. We get very compact. We stay very tight together, close, and we don't get too close to the defender, but we give them space. Enough space that when they get the ball, we can get in there quick and squeeze the ball off them, right? So these are the kind of position we're going to be in when we're defending, when we play that formation. All right. In a 3-5-2 formation, in this formation, you do not mark the player, you mark the space. You got to mark the space. So if I'm playing center back, I don't want to start standing close to Justin here. If Justin stand here, I'll probably stand over here. So once it got, and then I got to keep my eyes on the ball. So if they try to play the ball to Justin, I will jump right in front of him and could get the ball. I will close him down right away to stop him. And we have to trust each other when we play in a 3-5-2 formation, right? See that? So a lot of different variation, like I told you before. We can always change it during the game. While the game is going on, we can always say, guys, we're gonna change it to this. We're gonna go from 3-2-3-2 formation. We can go from 3-5-2 to this formation. We can change it to that, or we can change it to any kind of formation we want, depending on the opposition. But it's a very flexible formation we can change anytime during the game. But again, the most important one, everybody got to do their job. If you can't do your job, then we'll have a problem in our formation, right? This is very important for everybody, even if you're U11 or you're U12 now, you play 9v9. As a player, you have to know your positions and the responsibility and the numbers that I showed you, right? So the most important thing for you to take away from here today would be, as a player here, when I'm playing this position, what am I responsible as a goalkeeper? Like I said, these are your characteristics. What do I want? What am I looking for? That's your profile. These are the qualities you need to have. It's on the side here. So we say goalkeeper, collecting the ball, handling, serving with your hands, feet, receiving services at all angle, distance, tackle, regain possession, and 1v1 as a goalkeeper. You have to command, you got to direct the team during the restart. You got to organize, you got to direct the team in all action, in own half, transition to attack, possession or penetration, right? So you gotta have speed. So goalkeeper, that's your characteristic here. When you look at here, our left and right back, our number 2 and number 3, again, they have to be collecting the ball effectively. You gotta receive the ball from the goalkeeper with no problem. You gotta do 4 runs. You gotta be able to, fully pass the ball, good range of passing, crossing during the channel. You need to tackle, interception, regain possession of the ball. You got to be able to organize yourself. You got to execute penetration. You got to stay close to the number. You got to direct your number 11, your number 7. You got to tell them what to do because they play right in front of you, right? You got to cover the 4 and 5 at times, right? You got to have good speed, good endurance. You got to be able to make repetitive runs. You got to be able to run back and forth or getting tired. You got to be able to make explosive jump and stuff like that. So when you play that position, these are your profile. So See here, same thing with center backs. Again, strong, big, aggressive, good in the air, good on the ground, be a leader, communication, be vocal, very demanding, organize your team, and stuff like that, right? When you play center backs. Your 6 and your 8, again, they have to have good, good tackling ability. They gotta be good on the ball. They gotta be comfortable, right? Good range of passing. They should be able to dribble the ball, pass the ball, protect the ball. They have to be able to turn and manipulate their body anytime they have to go move from box to box, from area to area. They're going to have to be able to defend properly. They got to have good awareness, see who around them. They need to know that. They need to have good energy, good tempo, right, when they play. So like that, again, your number 10 is your playmaker here. He need to be able to score goals. You know, have good dribbling skill. You know, be able to pass the ball to the striker. You need to be able to penetrate, dribble through. You need to finish the chances. You need to create separation for the number 9. Take away player away from the number 9. You know, have good movement ability. You know, be able to turn at 360-degree angle. Should be able to turn. Should be flexible. Good mentality. Should be able to make them tackle. Focus on different part of the game, right? When you play number 10, see again, 7-11, should be running down the wings, crossing the ball, having shot on net, changing direction, have good transition from an attack from a number 7 to a number 2, transition from a number 11 to a number 3, stuff like that. Good attitude, discipline, good acceleration speed, change your direction speed, movement without the ball, movement with the ball, stuff like that. When you play 7 and 11. When you play 9, again, your job is to score goal. 2-touch finish or 1-touch finish. You gotta be very, very demanding. Gotta be strong. Gotta get good timing. You gotta have good movement abilities. You gotta be able to score most of the chances you receive. You gotta be able to play the game while your back is turned to the goal. You gotta be able to turn. You gotta be strong. You gotta be very, very physical, right? Good attitude, right? Be aggressive, right? You gotta be able to compete for the ball when the ball is being kicked in the air. You gotta be able to go in the air and compete for that ball. Don't just stand there for the ball to come straight to you when you play number 9. So these are very important things, guys. You know as you play position. These are the game model again. When you play in the 4-3-3 formation, this is the game model. This is how you're gonna be trained. You're gonna be trained like this in the practice. It's your 4 and 5, your 2 and 3 in front of you. Your 6 is right here, and your 7 and your 8 and 10 right here, and then your 7, 11, and 9 up there, right? So again, in the game model, this is the same thing here. It broke it down again. The first one is that phase. Now it takes a defensive sector. So in the defensive sector, we don't dribble in the defensive half here. It's very unlikely that we dribble in this half. In this half, we don't dribble here either. We just get the ball here. We play straight to these guys in here. In here, we can keep possession. In order to keep possession, we might move around. We can do 1 or 2 dribbling here, but at a very minimum level. The takeaway today from here, we need to keep the ball with us for 2 seconds. We need to pass the ball to our teammate. Once we receive the ball, we have 2 seconds to pass the ball to our teammates. In here, in the offensive sector, that's where you can dribble. That's where you can dribble and you scoring goals in here. The reason why you're dribbling in here, you're trying to create separation. You want them to get away from you. You want to create space so you can shoot on net. You want to get create chances. So you're trying to dribble to improvise because you might be marked by 4 defenders. And how do you get away from them? You got to dribble to get away from them. So that's why you dribble in here. But these 3 sectors is all passing sector, especially with the defensive sector is passing. Right? So again, we have a corridor system. So now we got Jack is playing left defense. We got Justin playing center back. We got Cyrus playing right defense. Cyrus can go cover Justin. Cyrus can go from his side to Justin's side. Cyrus can go up and down. Cyrus can go up and down in Justin's side, but Cyrus cannot go on Jack's side. Jack can go up and down in his own side. He can come into Justin's side and go up and down, but he cannot come to Cyrus' side. Justin is a guy that can go Cyrus, he can go to Jack. Right? So that's how it works. So even if you play center midfield, same thing. Center midfield, you can go here and there. If you play left midfield, you cannot go on the right and the other side. You can go from here to the center and then back. From here to the center and then back and then forward. Right? You cannot just leave from here and go all the way over there. In this kind of system, we need to trust our player. So if you're playing right defense, I want to trust you that you can do your job. But that's why you have the guy in the center defense to help you. If you make a mistake here, he can help you. And then once Justin is coming to help you here, Jack can come in to cover Justin up. So that's how we have it. But in this system, Barcelona say the ball will find you. You stay in your position, the ball will find you. You don't find the ball finds you. All right. When we're defending, of course we're defending, we go make the field smaller, but we don't want you just running from one corner to another corner. Right. So again, the game model, these are the movement of the game. It's very, very important here, guys. When we say the movement of the game, like I said to you, the very simple way to say, the ABC way to say is, I have the ball or I don't have the ball, right? That's the moment of the game. Because in the moment of the game, you have two things that happen. You got offensive movement and you got defensive movement. So in the offense, when we have the ball, we want to create space. We want to get bigger to have space in order to move the ball around. Defensively, if we lost the ball, we want to make the field smaller. We want to close down space. We want to deny the opposition from scoring goals. We want to press them very well and get the ball back, right? And then offensive organization. Offensive organization, that means when you have the ball, when you're attacking, you organize yourself. You play in your position, right? You organize yourself in an attacking position. That means you make the field wider, make the field longer, give space to move the ball forward, to play the ball. The 2-second rules, you get the ball 2 seconds, you got to pass it to your teammate and stuff like that. You got to organize yourself to put yourself in a position to transition. Defensive transition, when you're defending and your team is attacking, now you become an attacker. You transition yourself from defense to attack. Same thing with offensive. Offensive transition, when you're in possession of the ball, you all transition. Everybody become an offensive player. Once you lost the ball, everybody turn into a defensive player. Because that's the two movement of the game. So we make the game model we make it around the movement of the game, in possession or out of possession. You don't have the ball, you don't have the ball, right? So that's what that's about. So then you go to this one here, said set pieces. Set pieces mean free kicks, corner kicks, throw in, penalty kick, So these are the set pieces in the game. So when we have this in the game, how do we do it? This is what we do. These are offensive organization. It's characterized by your behavior. When your team is in possession of the ball, your aim is to prepare and create finishing situation to score goals, right? That's your offensive organization. Your behavior when your team is in position, you got to prepare yourself to create chances to finish or create chances to score goals, right? Again, defensive organization. Again, it's the same behavior. It's the attitude. When you lost the ball, you become a defender right away. What do you need to do? You got to consolidate yourself, pull yourself together, try to win the ball back quicker, right? Because the other team just lost the ball, but they're still confused. They're not organized yet. They're disorganized. So now you got to use that to your advantage and try to put them under pressure right away and win the ball back because they're disorganized. Because once you lose the ball, you become disorganized. So you have to put them under pressure to win it back quicker, right? So that's your defensive transition. Your defensive organization, same thing again, your behavior and attitude to it. You're trying to stop the opponent from scoring goals, stop them from creating goal scoring opportunity, avoid goals and stuff like that, deny them the ball and stuff like that. That's your organization when you defense. So your offensive transition, same thing I say again, you lost the ball, you become a transition instead of defend, right? Set pieces in the game, your penalty kick, your throw in, all that kind of stuff. This one is very important here. You got to pay attention. The two things you want to take away from here today, from this particular slide, the one we're on right now, would be the offensive phase and the defensive phase. Offensive phase, when you have the ball, you want to dominate possession of the ball. You want to create a lot of chances. You want to score goals. Offensively, when you have the ball. Offensively, that's the thing you need to take away. Defensively, you want to recover the ball quicker. You want to avoid chances. You want to avoid a no goal be scored against your team. So defensive, that's a defensive phase. So when we're in the defensive phase, we should know that we want to recover the ball quickly. We want to stop the opposing team from giving any chances. And we want to be able to stop them from scoring goal. We don't want no goal against us when we're in the defensive phase, right? Again, the terminology here, the coach can tell you OO, that means offensive organization. The coach might tell you OOT, offensive transition. You know, offensive transition mean you're attacking, you're all transition as an attacker, and then the coach might tell you, say, OSP. OSP will be offensive set plays. So offensively, you got a penalty shot. What are you going to do with it? You got to defend key. What are you going to do with it, right? And DO will be defensive organization. So now you lost the ball. What's your defensive organization? You want to recover the ball quicker. You want to put yourself in position to take away all the chances. You want to deny the opposition from scoring goals, right? You want to man marking. You want to mark them one-on-one, right? So these are the thing you need to do in the game. All this stuff over here, these are player assessment analysis factors. So these are how the coach will look at you. So when you go try for a team or go play a team, the coach look at all these things. Your discipline, your attitude, your power, your speed, your technical speed, your technique, your tactical insight. All the time getting you right, all the information I'm getting you right, these are all tactical information. So how well you understanding these and how well can you implement these on the field? Once all the things get, you're going to turn into this one here, maturation. Once you get older and mature, all these things here, we expect you to have all these things already right in here. How do you apply all these? That's going to determine how mature you are, right? So some of you right now, you don't have a lot of power, but because you're still young. So when you get a little bit older, 13, 14, you might start getting your power back. Some of you don't have power, you don't have speed because you don't have the power yet. Because in order to get speed, you need power, right? So you don't have them. So when you keep working and stop cheating on exercise and you keep working hard, you're going to build all these things. So as you get back, as you get a little bit older, everything sinks right back into your body, right? So when you come here, DNA, this is very important here. The DNA, the core DNA element, we're involving. Involving, I mean, we're always making changes, we're always learning. We're always looking for new opportunity, right? Involving. And then we're winning. We want to win games. We don't want to go to game to lose every single. We want to win game, but at the same time, we want to develop players, right? We want to develop players. How do we want to see our future AFC player? The guys that say my son Miles, he's 3 years old. How do we want to see him? And see him? How can he become an AFC player? Does he have the quality we're looking for? Is he disciplined? And can he pass the ball? Can he shoot the ball? Can he run back and forth when we play in this kind of formation? Can he do that? Can he do that? Right? So that's what we're looking for. That's why we want to keep developing players, because we want to make them to get the quality that we're looking for. This is your area here. AFC DNA, who we are, right? This is our ID card. Identity is a mindset. So our identity is our mind. What's in our heart here? What in our heart is our ID card. It's not how we look outside. It's what inside of us. That's our identity. So who we are, you know, what makes us different, right? What makes us so special? How do we do things, right? What are our strengths? This is what we do. We respect people. We tuck in our shirt, right? We tuck in our shirt and our socks up. We shake hand policies. We open doors. We greet visitors. We clean our boots. We on time. We never late. We 24-hour professionals. Newcomer come to our team. We welcome newcomers. Be a coach, be a parent, be a player. So as long as you see someone new that you don't see before, you welcome them. Or hi, my name is Marcus. What's your name? My name is Jack. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Simple as that. Very easy, right? We want you to be an ambassador. Even if you're on the field, you're at home or you're at your school, we want you to always be an ambassador. Be an ambassador in your community, right? Be honest. Tell the truth, right? You should always be honest. If you're injured, you say that I'm really injured, and you're injured for real. You're not telling us you're injured because you don't want to play the game. You want to go on the beach, or go on the beach, to go ride rollerblade, or go do I don't know, skydiving or something on the beach. I don't know what you do on the beach, but we want you to tell the truth. If you're injured, you're injured, right? If you don't feel good to come for the game, you don't feel good. But that means you're not gonna go on a jet ski, to go and go do stuff on a snowmobile and start doing those stuff, right? So we want you to be able to tell the truth. So this is who you are as a player, right? But that comes from inside of you, your mind, inside here. What's in there, all right? Again, after we get all those things, now we become a product. We get all those things embedded into ourselves, then we become a commodity. So when we go on the field, we want you to get all these things. So our dream, our objective, right? We want to play the way I just told you, the Southampton way. right? We want to play through the 8 style I just gave you, the maintenance style, or maybe the build of play style, or the sustained threat, or the direct play, or the counter attack, or the crossing, or those kind of things. That's the style we want to play. We want to play from the back and all that kind of stuff, right? What the tactical information I'm giving you, we play in a 3-5-2 formation today. When we'll have the ball, every corner kick, Josh should take every corner kick from the left side, every corner kick from the right side. Justin should take it. Sarah should take all my penalty kick. These are all tactical information. How we're going to approach the game. When we're in the final third, what we're going to do. These are all tactical information. Then once all that is done, that will be the product. Once we can put that on the field, then we become a product that people want. So then people want us now to go on the team, or they want to buy us to go to their team, right? So then our teams are selling us. So that's the key. This is very important for you guys. Don't close your eyes on this one here. This is the principle of play. In order for you to become a football player, soccer player, you must know these rules. There's 10 rules. 5-5. 5 defense, 5 attack. You must know it. So when you're attacking, you're penetrating. Number one, you're penetrating the ball. That means you're advancing the ball, right? You're supporting your teammates, right? Number 2, mobility means movement. They say they're not asking to stand there to walk. They say movement. I want you to keep moving, right? They say alpha width. Width means you're stretching the pitch wide. You're stretching the pitch, not keeping the field tight. You stretch the pitch, right? When your team is in possession, when you're attacking. It says creativity, individual skills. So all your skills you have, you need to use them. So that's the attacking principle. Defending principle is pressure. When you lost the ball, you pressure the ball right away, right? When you pressure, your teammate covering you up, right? When your teammate covering you, somebody providing balance there, balance and depth. Someone staying way far back. We staying compact. We stay compact. What that means, we're restricting the space. So we're taking away space from the opposition. That means we want to close the space, make the space smaller so they don't be able to go through that space, right? Composure. You're showing control of yourself and you focus. You're showing restraint and focus. That means you're not just diving into the play. You composure. If Jack is coming to move the ball, I stand there like this. I wait. Let me see what Jack gonna do. Or Jack gonna go left. Good, boom. I'll take the ball from him. Right. So you keep your composure. So once you understand this principle, you can play at any level, anywhere, because this is the simple rules of the game. Right. That's why you divide the two, defense and offense. So this is key. This is stuff you got key terms. So these key terms, that's what club national, most of the national team, most of the club, they use it. Because if Chelsea gonna go play Arsenal, Chelsea don't want to tell the player, oh, when you get the ball, shoot the ball. No, they don't want to say that. They want to speak in terms, and they make their own terms. So only the player know those terms, so that Arsenal don't know what they're talking about. So for example, if I were telling you guys, get back to your position, the opposition just gonna say, oh, the coach is telling them to go back to position, let's attack them, right? But if I say recover your position, that means get back to your position, recover your position. So that means you left your position and want to go help your teammate. Now you got to get back into your position. Other coaches here call it get back into your shape. If you go to a different club, like Woodbridge or club, they say, go get back in your shape, right? We say recover your position. So if I were playing number 5, I get back to my number 5 position. If I'm playing 2, I go back to my 2 position, right? Goalkeeper kick the ball outside right. So instead of goalkeeper having the ball and then Jack is shouting on the right side, goalkeeper just kick the ball outside right. So Jack is on the outside right, kick the ball outside right, right? So the opposition don't know where our goalkeeper is about to kick that ball, all right? Throw in, doing the throw in. I'll say throw the ball down the line. You're gonna say work the line. Work the line means throw the ball down the line. So you work in the line, work the line, all right? So another throw in again, do not let the ball inside. When you throw the ball during the throw in, do not let the ball inside. So you throw the ball to the center, to the number 6 or the number 8 in the middle of the field, we don't want you to do that. So it's there, do not let the ball inside. So that means throw the ball down the line, do not throw in the middle of the field, right? Supply the wide player. So Justin playing number 6, and I got my number 7 and number 11 on his side. They don't have the ball. They just call it Justin. So then the coaches shout and say, supply the wide players. Give the wide player the ball. You got to supply them with the ball, right? So supply the wide players. So you see that? You supply the wide players. So again, we say play over. Play over, I mean, we want you to play the ball over the opposing team. Play over the player, play over the defender, or play through. Play through press. So when he passes the ball, when they're rushing to you, just play the ball right behind them. You play through the press. So as they're pressing you, don't panic, don't give up. Just play through the press, right? So stuff like that. We want you to know them. And then full press. That means we're pressing with high speed. So how you guys say? You say high press, high press, high press. No, now we say full press. So full press, I mean we're pressing with everybody. And then variety of attacking options. So again, we want you to create a lot of attacking options. So we say, guys, let's get some variety of attacking options. So now we want people to be moving around to create some attacking options, right? So when you saw in our style play, when I say crosses, where people moving around like this, that means you're creating variety of attacking options, right? Counter at pace. You have the ball and we say, oh, run. No. And so run, they'll cut you down. But if I say counter at pace, that means attack them with pace. Don't get the ball and just stand there and doing your squeeze or you're doing your Ronaldo chop. No. Attack the people with pace. So we say counter at pace. That means attack them with pace. So open to counter. So open your body to receive the ball and you counter them. Don't counter the player with your head bent down. Open your body. Open up. Open the field and then you counter. Right? So we say open to counter. Discipline, emotion, and tactical. So again, you miss all the goals. You're not playing your position. You're getting carried away. So now we say discipline, emotional, and tactical, right? So keep your emotion under control. Focus on the tactical aspect of the game. Be disciplined. So you say emotional, yeah, discipline, emotion, and tactical. And if you go out of the game plan, you just stick to the game plan. Everybody know that. But that doesn't hurt nobody. That means we just get carried away. We get carried away and we want to get back to our game plan. So you say, stick to the game plan. Keep your shape, like I just told you. Keep your shape. So if we're in our formation, we're in three defender, 5 midfielder, and 2 attacker, we want to stay in that shape. We want to keep that shape. So keep your shape. Compact and discipline. I mean, you stay tight and you discipline. Make the play predictable. So make the play thinkable. So if you're going to attack me, I want to make you to think. I don't just want to give you an easy solution and say, Noah, go right, because I'm leaving the right side open. You go there. No. I want to make it predictable for you. Explore the space behind. So again, if you're attacking the player and you see the space behind it, take the space. So instead of meantime you take the space, explore the space behind. The space behind it, take that space. Manage the game. If I say manage the game, that means when the ball go out of bounds, we take our time. We don't start running and chasing the ball. We take our time, right? When the goalkeeper has the ball, Jack can leave a left wing and go to the goal kick. He goes to the goal kick, then he leave the ball and then go back. And then the ball's still there. But that's how you manage in the game. So delay tactics. Manage the game. You can do a delay tactic like that, or you could just, change your approach to the game. Slow the game down. Slow the game down for the opposition. Don't make it so slow it down. When you have the ball, you take your time, you move it around. No rush, move it around. So you manage the game. Do not lose your focus, right? Concentrate on the basic. Okay? So if you try to do all the fancy skills not working, you just concentrate on the basic. Set plays. So set play was the one that I showed, the corner kick, the penalty, and all that stuff, right? These terminology, we'll have a lot of them, guys. I'm gonna leave you with those 2 today. That will do those 2 slides. I will try to touch one more of these before because I want to do 2 of this for this month. So we got these other different key terms we're gonna go through, right? But there's 2 here. We'll do this 2 today, and then that will be that. And then look, as you see, anyone have any question there, guys? If you have any question, I'm here to answer it. What would they hear today? All these slides, you're gonna see it on YouTube. I'll put it on YouTube there and see when you're attacking. These are your attacking principle. People, you got different ones. You see, penetrate with the ball. Forward pass into feet, forward pass into space, running with the ball, dribbling the ball, shooting, crossing, penetrating with the ball. Forward run into space, diagonal run into space to attract opponent, escape the opponent, receive the ball, to attack the ball, right? See, these are all the attacking principle. So instead of just learning this thing here, well, we say, okay, do that. You see, these things you need. If you need to go and play attacking position, these are saying timing, your weight of your pass, accuracy, disgust. I mean, like, you changing your approach to the game, right? You discussing the ball, Yeah. Quality of support, your angle, your distance, behind, your ahead, you know, all this kind of thing. That's what you're doing. These are all key terms. These are all key terms you need to know. Opponent behind to provide support in the central area, in the wide area without the ball, with the ball, strike a goal, receive a pass, all the kind of stuff. These are all attacking principle. When you're attacking, these are stuff that you need to know. All right, guys. So what we're gonna leave with here today, you need to think about, I will send an assignment out, not this week, but next week. And you need to study your position that you want to play. You need to have 2 positions in mind that you want to play. Come up with the characteristics of those positions and see if you fit within those characteristics. Because you need to start determining, because you're not going back to U12, you go U13, because we got less than 2 months for outdoor season to be finished, and you're going to be U13. So you got to define your position. For the U12 guy, U11 guy is going to be U12, so it's still going to be the same for them, but they still need to define what position they're going to play on, if they have the characteristics and they're going to be good at it. And if they don't have it, can they find a position that have those characteristics, that meet the characteristics, right? So we need to think about that. Anyone have any question, guys? All right, so if you don't have any question, then us guys, we'll finish it. We'll finish it here, and then we'll look to see you guys. I think I'll see you guys back tomorrow, I think. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, working with the ball. Make sure you have your ball and your ladder with you tomorrow. All right. So
Bye, coach.
yeah, talk soon, guys. See you guys tomorrow.
Bye, coach.
Bye, coach.
Yeah.
Bye, coach.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, coach.
Yeah. Bye.